Project 3. So Project 3 asks you to create accessible multimodal documentation in either audio or video form. The goal is not to produce a highly polished film or podcast. The goal is to use sound, videos, pacing, and organization deliberately to help a particular audience understand information or accomplish a task. During the next 2 weeks, you'll experiment with both audio and video production. You don't need to make your final modality decision immediately. Use those experiments to determine which mode best fits your topic, audience, and use situation. Your process should begin with the audience and documentation need. Once those are clear, you can determine whether audio or video is more appropriate and then select a tool that supports your plan. The question is not simply which format you prefer or which software feels easiest. The question is whether which mode really best supports the user. So audio can work for explanations, orientations, overviews, or information users may listen to while completing another activity. Video, on the other hand, can work when users need to see physical actions, screen movements, spatial relationships, or visual details. Neither format is automatically better. Some topics could work in either mode, but the communication strategy would differ. You should avoid choosing video if the visuals add nothing, and you should avoid choosing audio if the users cannot understand the task without seeing it. Your final choice should be something you can explain in terms of audience, purpose, use situation, accessibility, and technical constraints, not simply personal preference. Accessibility is not the final step in the process. It should influence the project from the beginning. A clear script supports recording, editing, captioning, and transcript development. Planning ahead is much more accessible and more efficient than trying to reconstruct everything after you've produced it. If you create a video, you'll need accurate, synchronized captions and readable on-screen text. You should also consider whether users who cannot see every visual detail will still receive important information. If you create audio documentation, you will provide an accurate transcript and ensure that the content does not depend on visuals that the audience cannot access. So let's talk about the workflow for the next several weeks. For week 9, we're focusing on audio experimentation. For week 10, we're doing video experimentation and then preliminary modality decision-making. Week 11 is for the script, planning, tool evaluation, and a substantial draft. And then week 12 is for testing, revision, accessibility verification, and submission. So your audio is going to be about 4 to 6 minutes, and if you choose video, that would be 3 to 5 minutes. The final components to this project include a final multimodal documentation, script and planning materials, transcript, captions for video, organized production workspace, peer test evidence, and accessibility and production rationale memo. For now, begin by exploring possible documentation topics and paying attention to what audio makes possible. Don't worry about making a final decision about audio or video right now. Your tool labs are opportunities to experiment, troubleshoot, and gather evidence about which mode and tool will best serve your project. Begin with the Project 3 guide and then move into this week's audio materials and tool lab.